I got off work and went to the dentist. It kind of worked out perfect with this, and then.
Yeah, how far were you out from the studio?
It's a Poplar and Kirby.
Okay, yep.
So no,
Poplar Kirby. It's pretty much Germantown, right?
Yeah.
Is that kind of where the Germantown line is?
I think so. I really don't know.
Yeah, I think it is. It's certainly in that area.
He ain't coming. I meant to text you.
Where does he live?
He lives in Olive Branch.
Okay. Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, I like him. I have so many people that want to do it until I send them your calendar, like set it up, and then let's do it. Oh yeah, well let me get this going and let me get this. Okay, you tell me when.
Yeah.
Here's the schedule that you can make it. I'll make myself available. And everybody's like, oh well,
Are they afraid? Are they nervous and shy about being in front of cameras?
I guess. Yeah. I don't really know.
Yeah. Well, by the way, we've started.
Oh, have
I
we?
tricked you.
Hey.
We're already recording while you were in the bathroom.
I saw that going, so I kind of figured.
Well, you're the host. I'll let you open the show up, and then we can explain what we're doing today.
My name's Cody again with the Bearded Opinion, and just hanging out today with Mr. Derrick.
Yes, I wrote that for him. I wrote that now. So yeah, I am Derrick, your producer, over here at SRP Studios, and as we were just talking, you've had trouble kind of getting in here with some people. Now we agreed to go monthly. Like your first couple episodes they came out when they did. It was a launch. It was under the original agreement. You'd paid for the 2, and like, all right, we got 2 under our belt. What do we want to do moving forward? And we talked to try to do it monthly. We missed May.
Yeah.
But here we are in June, and I've been pushing you. I was like, hey, man. And you told me what's going on with trying to get someone to book with you. And I'm like, hey, this is something we can do, because I've done this for past clients.
Right.
Is, do one with me. We can have fun. We can goof off. You certainly talk about what you want to talk about. But this also gives the audience an opportunity to learn a little bit more about Cody Woods, because I might ask you some questions.
Hey, I talk a lot.
And it's good for audience. They want to know their host. Who's their host? I'm sure right now your audience is friends and family, so they know you. But we also want to attract the person that's in Zimbabwe watching this. Because YouTube has radical reach. It's weird.
Yeah, how I know it.
Even if you're a new channel and you might be getting 50 views an episode, you look at the analytics and you get someone in Australia, a stream or a download in, the UK, stuff like that. So
all the places I want to go.
So here we are.
I actually have no prep for today. We're just going to wing it.
Same here. So Delta Equipment Repair.
Yep.
Now, you've been on our friend's podcast, the Local Yokels podcast with Neil Colley. I know you've probably told these stories over there too, but just to it bears repeating. So you own a business. Yep. Is it Delta Equipment Repair?
Delta Equipment Repair.
Okay,
yep.
And
we're based out of Hernando here.
Okay, and from what I remember, you give roadside assistance to the big truckers, the big trucks.
Typically, not so much roadside assistance. We will. I'm right now. We're back to just me working, which is a task in itself. We have a shop in Tunica. I have more customers that are more preventive maintenance based. Okay. So we'll go to their lots typically, or they'll bring it to our shop and find things going on and fix it there. I try not to do anything on the side of the road. I will if I have to, but I actually get pretty high anxiety problems when I do it, because May 6th of 2007, I was run over on the interstate, pulling a guy out of a wreck. And anytime I get on the interstate and I got to get out, it's just something about it gets me shaky. And it takes a long time to settle in.
Yeah, slow down, y'all, and pull over to the other lane.
I make it a point to do that now.
Yeah. Yeah, and I try to too as well.
Yeah.
Old friend of mine in high school, I think he's still a tow truck driver, I
did that for a while.
Working for a company that's also tied in with AAA and the whole thing. And he had a friend die that he talked about for a while, and always pushing that awareness. And I'm like, Yeah, sometimes you can't, so you just try to move over as much as possible. But I'll see a car that clearly is abandoned because it has that orange sticker in the window.
Not as worried about it.
I'll still move over. I'm just it's knowing my luck, someone will just jump out from in front of the car.
Tennessee actually has a move over law, so if you don't move over, they can pop you good for it.
Yeah.
For that reason, for safety. I used to do the same thing. I drove a tow truck when I was 18, 19, up until 20 or so. And then we got into repos and got into a shootout with a guy and fight.
A shootout?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I got plenty of stories. That's kind of why I started this thing.
I don't know the guy's name, but there's a guy, I'm sure there's plenty of them, but you know how Facebook works and or any social media, you get something in your algorithm and then it starts spitting you the same thing. Mm-hmm. Well, there's a guy out there that is a repo man.
Yeah.
And he's stealthy, and he makes great videos.
Yeah.
Just like dash cam and type videos. And the way he'll just roll up, find the car, back up, sneak his way backwards into a driveway. And
is that a young black guy?
Yes.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
And it's got this way. You clearly know how this works, but he doesn't have to get out of the car. He can just kind of scoop up those front wheels.
Actual repo truck.
Bam, and he's gone. And people are chasing down the street sometimes. And so that was you.
He'll raise them up, and then they'll be out there spinning and all that. Yeah, we first started, it was my brother, he was married to a girl, and her mom and dad owned a towing company. It was Cars Towing in Memphis. They had a few locations. I was young. I wasn't even supposed to have a pistol or nothing, but we started doing, we had contracts for the city where we would do, wreck cars. There's a rotation for wrecks. Everybody in the rotation gets a car. And then after that, it scans out. And then we also had the city clean up. I forget what they called that, where if you had an abandoned car in a park in your yard, the city would tell you, hey, you got so many days to move it. If you didn't move it, we'd come get it and take it off. And
so the city would play fair.
Oh yeah.
To all the the towing companies for the most part.
They have a rotation. You have to get in there, and then there's just say there's 50 tow truck companies in this section. All 50 will get a wreck. Sometimes they'll get 2 cars out. It just really depends on how the rotation works. But yeah, I mean it's a city rotation.
But do you have to enlist and apply to be in that rotation?
Yeah, I'm sure. They was all set up for me.
Yeah.
But then we had the city. Forget what they called it. It was a city contract where dead bodies or whatever, or somebody was in a vehicle, we would have to take that vehicle. They called it to the tunnel up there in Memphis. It's North Memphis up there off of North Watkins, the city lot, or, we'd take stuff in there.
It's a rough part of town there.
Oh, driving a tow truck anywhere in Memphis is a rough part of town.
I would say typically the nature of the business is going to put you in areas where
I got a lot of cool stories from towing.
Well, what's a great one that pops into your mind that's kind of crazy?
Well, I got some sad ones, and I got some funny hood rat ones that were cool.
Let's start with the funny one.
It was actually happened to be on my birthday. My birthday's in March, and the city won't allow you to haul your car out if you don't have insurance and tags and all that. So you have to have a tow truck to get that. So if you don't have a driver's license and you go up there to get your car, they won't allow you to get your car.
Out of the impound.
It say you were pulled over for drunk driving or something, and they towed your car goes up there, and then it sits there and they charge you a storage fee and all this junk. Well, if you don't have insurance or a driver's license, they're not going to let you drive your car out.
So you need someone like you
to have a tow truck haul it out.
Yeah.
I think they've quit that now, but I hauled a car up there, unrelated, and this guy, he showed up, and he's like, "Hey, man, can you tow my car out of here?" And not an uncommon thing.
Yeah.
Dude smelled like some dank weed back in the day. Dank. He stunk so bad. And he was drunk.
Oh, my God. And he's at the impound trying to get his car.
Well, they wouldn't let him get his car out because he didn't have insurance or didn't have a license or something. Most of the time, we would just pick cars up, take them off the lot, drop them basically where you can still on the same road that the road zone, the impound zone, and just leave. Well, he's like, man, I'm a little drunk. You mind just taking me to my house? And I was like, yeah, it's the same price, whether I drop you off or take you there. He lived over off of Lamar and Getwell.
Well, you are taking his car too.
Yeah. I'm taking him and his car because he's a little drunk and a little high.
So you're a tow truck and an Uber. All right.
We're over off of Lamar and Getwell or Knight Arnold and them some apartments. They're pretty hood apartments.
Yeah, yep.
And I'm the wrong color to be in them apartments.
Yeah. Dude, I joke about Uber. I was one.
Was you?
For a few years, Uber and Lyft, and whew, I was pulled in all these areas too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So I know the pockets.
Yeah. Well, this whole trip, I try to be funny, and he started out funny, and then he got like the drunk wave came through, and he was just like talking about he'd murdered people and this and that. Gosh. And I was like, oh, here we go. I got one of these idiots with me. And then some kind of way my birthday came up. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm hauling you over on my birthday. And he's like, man, it's your birthday? He's like, I got you, cuz. He pulled out this huge bag of weed.
Oh, my God.
I mean, huge. And was like, here, cuz, it's all yours. Happy birthday. I was like, no.
I'm good.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
And you as in your business vehicle, you're transporting a large amount of drugs, so that's like, damn it.
So for one, I was like, no, I don't want this. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But then he turned off to be really cool. Like, he's like, man, yeah, it's your birthday. And he's cranking up the radio. We're in a big semi truck, just bumping, and he's having a ball. We get over to this neighborhood and into the apartments. And I'm having to shake his car off because for some reason it won't come out of gear. And he's like, don't tear up my car. I was like, no, I ain't going to tear up your car. I'll shut, I do this every day.
Was this a flatbed?
Yeah.
You pulled up on the flatbed? Yeah.
We didn't have the repo truck then.
Yeah.
And somebody come over and started jawing on me. And back in the day, I loved to fight and loved to, just run my mouth. That's just something I did.
You weren't afraid of confrontation?
Nah, because for the most part, I can either fight you or I could talk my way out of it. I have enough kid around, I can either get you laughing or I can get my way out of it or fight. I mean,
but you have the confidence to stand up and face it
for the most part. Yeah,
I'm not
an idiot.
Keep me in that car. Are these windows bulletproof?
Yeah, I mean, I have definitely let my mouth overrun me a few times and get my butt kicked.
Get yourself in trouble.
Yeah, but I tell everybody my jaw ain't made of glass, and we can do whatever. Win or lose, I'm gonna still talk crap. But so we got over there, dude started talking crap. It's midday, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Dude's drunk, he's high, and he said, some guy started jawing at me, and I just started kind of mouthing back at him. I don't know, the guy that I'm hauling his car is behind me. And he said, he kept calling me white boy. Nah, white boy, I got you, white boy, I got you. I'm like, nah, we're good. Well, I turn around and look at him, and he's just standing there watching the other guy. Well, all of a sudden, I'm facing the guy like you, and he just takes off running. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
The guy that was mouthing?
The guy that was running, or the guy that was talking crap.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the crap is like? Whatever. So I keep shaking the car off.
And he's running away?
He's running away from me. And I look back, and I'm like, what is, like, should I be running? Dude's standing there with the guy that I'm hauling the car for, standing there sideways with the pistol. I got you, white boy. I was like, nah, man, we're good. Like,
built-in security.
We're good.
But that's good though.
That dude ended up giving me like a $200 tip. The tow itself was like $75 back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, he was happy it was my birthday, and he was happy that I brought him his car.
Yeah, you helped him out in a big way. So I'm glad he respected you enough to protect you.
He tried to give me a big gallon size bag of weed, and I was like, nah, brother, I appreciate you.
So you're transporting this guy that also has a weapon, which probably, I'm just going to go on a limb and say legal. Wasn't registered.
No.
So.
Not at all.
Wow. Man, Ubering one time. Oh, well, I'm sure there was plenty of people that had weed on them.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I did once, too. But there was one ride I remember. This guy was like, hey, I need to go to this house and talk to a friend real quick. Wait for me, and then you're going to take me home. And it didn't click.
It never does in that moment.
And then he comes back into the car, and he's got a black backpack. And then when he's walking back, I'm like, this is, but sure enough, he gets in my car and it's like a skunk spray, the smell. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, all right. So I get him home to his home and I'm like, hey, hold on a second before you leave. I'm like, think twice before grabbing, bringing a bag full of marijuana in an Uber in someone else's vehicle. And he looked shocked. I'm like, of course I can smell it, man. I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
I wasn't born yesterday,
It's got a smell to it.
Yeah, and I have my history with it. Trust me. I'm all burnt out from the 90s. So, I used to smoke the weed that was all brick weed and stems and seeds, right?
Trash.
So, and he had a guilty look on his face, kind of felt. He's like, I'm so sorry, man. I'm like, just don't do that to the next Uber rider.
Yeah.
You're going to get someone innocent totally in trouble someday. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, that was it. Never saw a weapon. I did have a creepy one where it was at night. It was Ridgeway and Poplar, so it wasn't the hood.
Yeah,
it was East Memphis. That area is fine. And it was a hotel, and it was 4 people, 2 couples outside waiting. One couple gets in. Everyone's kind of buzzing. Drunk,
having a good time.
Yeah. And, no, I take this back. It's a reverse. I'm picking them up at a house in Germantown, and I'm to drop them off at a hotel off of Ridgeway. Yeah. But as I'm picking them up at this really nice house, I mean, this is a beautiful home. I'm assuming the owner, the husband, the fella that's not getting in the car, comes up to my window as his guests are getting in my car, and he's like, hey, this guy is going to want to drop this girl off and then want another ride from you to some other place. He's like, don't do it. Don't go. Drop him off and leave.
Yeah.
Okay. And sure enough, they get out of the car at the hotel and that guy is like, hold on. The ride isn't over yet.
I'll be right back.
And I'm like, yes, it is, sir. And I turned the app off and just flew away. Flew off. And he looked, and I could tell he was trying to wave me down. Sorry, buddy. I don't know what's going on here, but I've been warned, and I'm taking the warning. I'm out of here. So who knows? He probably wanted me to take him. Or it could have just been the guy that got the Uber just didn't want to pay for another ride for this guy. Yeah. Basically, don't let this guy go on a joyride on my credit card here, But and some hood situations where I'm like, I do not belong here. Like one time, I found myself on Chelsea.
Oh, that's not too bad. Chelsea ain't too bad. Go to Orange Mountain a little bit. Go deep in Orange Mountain.
Sure, I've been
or
there
North
too.
Memphis.
I've been in the heart of South Memphis.
Oh, South Memphis. I love South Memphis. That's where I grew up. That's where I was in the tow truck at.
Okay. Man,
I grew up in South Haven on Horn Lake, but...
Well, Horn Lake is on the west side, just like South Memphis.
We were always in South Memphis.
Man, South Memphis is interesting because, first off, there's a historical recording studio there, Stax Records.
Oh, Stax, yeah.
Yeah, that's Stax. Now it's a huge museum, and now they've added a school to it, so it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But you just keep going down, and you hit that intersection. It's Macklemore, right? Stax is on Macklemore.
Which one?
Correct.
Sun is that?
Sun is over on Union and Union and Monroe.
Yeah, that's right. Macklemore. That's right. Up 3rd Street.
Yeah.
Or not? Yeah.
Well,
North 3rd.
Going towards it. Yeah. Well, there's an intersection there, just a block or 2 away from Stax Records that is all run down.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at it, you're like, this could be Cooper Young.
Yeah.
This could be
artistry.
Yeah, it could be just like Midtown, Madison. What's it called? Overton Square, Cooper Young. You know that part of Midtown. You can see it. It has all the buildings. You can tell where obviously the convenience store was. You can tell where the barber probably was. The insurance man. I'm talking like back in the 50s.
Yeah,
this was a hopping little intersection, all boarded up now.
Oh yeah.
But I'm like, man, like.
Could you imagine what it used to look like?
Oh, I would love to have a time machine.
Yeah.
To go back to the way it was back then.
Good and bad.
Yeah.
Like people around Whitehaven, around Elvis's place. People going up and down Elvis Presley or 51. People that come in there, they built that huge hotel I would never allow my family to walk down that road.
Yeah, people don't understand.
They don't. 2 blocks over is bad.
Bad. Whitehaven, when Elvis, of course, did he buy or build?
I think he owns that.
Well, I know, but was Graceland already
he had
structure,
to have built that, yeah.
Or did he build it?
Yeah, he had to.
Because back then, Whitehaven was country.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
my
major suburb.
My father-in-law and mother-in-law lived 2 streets over from him, and my father-in-law told us before he passed that he would see him all the time in the neighborhood, just like it was nothing. He'd go over to some girl's house, and it was like 2 houses down from him.
I mean, yeah, Elvis.
He was a person of the people.
Yeah, just hanging out. My first experience with Memphis, really, was 2006. I was living in Nashville at the time. I moved from Maine to Nashville, and for music, I'm a musician. I'm a bass player by trade, and after a few months of being in Nashville, I landed a gig with a casino band that played casinos all over. And at this point, all they were doing was Mississippi. This is before 08. You know, remember the whole bubble bursting in 2008 and all that stuff. That even affected casinos.
Oh, yeah.
They would go from booking bands for like full weeks to one night a week, and so it hurt the travelers. But at this time, we were going to Tunica, and it was during the day, and they were like, well, we're going to veer off, and we're going to show you Memphis, and we're going to show you Graceland, or at least the area. I was shocked. I was like, this is where Graceland is?
Yeah.
You know, and now I'm used to Memphis, and I love Memphis for all its blemishes, too.
Oh, yeah.
I live in Hernando, Mississippi, but I still love Memphis. But at the time, it was shocking. I didn't, and the trash that was everywhere, and just the way it was, I was like, wow, you know. And then going back to being an Uber driver, I get people from all over the world.
Oh, yeah.
All over the world, I'm taking them to Graceland, and I always would wonder, I'm like, I wonder if online they would blindly book a room at the Heartbreak Hotel before the big hotel was built. Yeah. If they thinking, the Heartbreak Hotel, that must be cool. Oh, no, there's probably trafficking in that hotel. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not the hotel you want to go to.
Not at all.
Or the motel you want to be at.
I got a lot of customers over that way, too, so it's just that and parts houses. A lot of my parts houses are right in that 5, 6, 8 block area. Yeah. I hate going over.
It's crazy. But now they do have that awesome hotel. It's called the Graceland Inn or Inn, or what is
something. But if you got to go stay somewhere where it's got razor wire on top of a 15-foot black iron fence, probably not the best place to stay.
Yeah. And there's a concert hall across the street now. And I've been to some shows there before, and you know, it doesn't sell out. So I'm wondering if the location.
They're trying to make it.
But yeah, that's a rough location. You're probably going to be afraid of having your car broken into or something. Yeah.
Or like downtown on Bill Street.
Yes.
Everything around Bill Street is cool until you go 2 blocks north or 2 blocks south. Mm-hmm. And it's
dark.
Bad.
Yeah, dark, like literally like no street lights.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, whoa.
I hate driving over there.
Yeah. Man, when I think back, I used to either naive or ignorant or just plain stupid to drive Uber in Memphis at night.
We used to ride motorcycles down Bill Street and all around there during bike night and all that when we had bikes. Man, it was nothing to go downtown. I would not go down. I'm almost 40 and I don't like big crowds and stuff like that anymore. I like my own little thing, a little bit of people. But
same here. I don't drink anymore, so Beale Street on a weekend night means nothing to me.
Yeah, I
stay away. And now there's shootings here and there. You know, it's just crazy. But driving Uber at night in Memphis, man, I can't believe some of the locations that it would drag me into, either to pick up or drop off. Yeah. But if I dropped off in a really bad area,
you didn't come back.
I would turn the app off so I wouldn't get another customer in that area, and I would find the quickest way out.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, I'll drive 20 minutes. And
it's a shame to be that way because most people in those areas are nice. You only have the few bad guys in there that make it rough, but those few bad guys ruin it for everything.
And you can't trust anything.
No.
There was one near Shelby Airport area, Shelby Drive, Airways.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those apartment complexes in there. They're kind of dank, right?
Yeah.
At night, I'm going to pick someone up at this apartment complex, and there's one way in, right, and one way out, and I'm going in, and it's sending me to the back of the complex, and as I'm going in, I'm getting looks.
Oh, yeah.
And the looks I don't like.
Oh,
yeah. And then I get to the back, and I realize I'm trapped. Like, the way I just came in is the only way out.
Yep. That's the way most of them are in Memphis.
Yeah, and I'm like, this don't feel good. I just turned it off. Whoever requested the Uber did not get a ride that night from me.
You got a bad rating?
I just was like, off and get out of here. And sure enough, all those same people were looking at me on the way out.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm out of here, man.
I have a lady pretty much at the dead end of Shelby Drive towards the west. It dead ends towards like President's Island and all that.
Yep.
Hunting area. That's where I hunt at.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. Good hunting in the city of Memphis. Good
I would have never guessed that.
Good hunting. Yeah, because nobody,
And that's towards the river, right?
Yeah.
It's like on the river,
me and a buddy of mine, though, we have land on Lamar that we can hunt in the city. Like,
really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The deer are just hanging out. They're hiding.
Can't go nowhere. They're just stuck. Like, every year they reproduce. But the lady that lives at close, I'm not gonna give her address, but close to the dead end of Shelby Drive, she lives on a one way in, one way out. She's at the dead end of. Well, she's not at the dead end. There's one other house, and I'll get to hunt all of her land. Well, when I go in there, I'll either park at her house, and sometimes I'll drive to the inn. Well, I'm a white guy, South Memphis, at the dead end of a road, and there's a guy sitting in a car, and he sees me drive by, and he just give me that look. Well, I'm a young guy or a white guy in camo. He gets out of his car, goes to his trunk. I already knew what he was doing. He thought I was finna do a drive-by on him. Yeah. He pulls a pistol out of his car with the big, long 100-round mag sticking out the bottom of it. And when I rolled past him, I stuck my hand out the window like, hey, it ain't nothing. It's just me. And I went on to the lady's house and I went and told her about it. She called down there. She's like, tell that boy put that gun up. He family.
She's gonna go over there and knock him in the head. What are you doing, son?
She runs that road though, which she's got a lot of people looking out for, because if I pull up, she knows I'm there before she ever even gets home. Like she tells me all the time, "You family, you ain't got to come here, you ain't even got to call me. Just show up, go hunt. It's yours. Do what you want." So I just show up. Yeah, and people will be like, "What you doing over here?"
Showing up with a rifle.
Yeah, me and my daughter was shot at over there by mistake. We had put a deer stand up facing her property, faces east and west, and another property faces south, north and south. We were on this huge ridge in her backyard, about 50, probably 100 yards behind her house. Like the deer have no pressure over there, and she's got enough property where it's legal to hunt with a rifle. So I had this little deer coming out every afternoon for my daughter, because my daughter was trying to kill her first buck. And I had this deer like clockwork every day. He wasn't a monster. He was just a decent, solid little buck for her to kill. When we finally got able to go over there that day, and we were on this huge ridge. It's probably 80-foot elevation change, and it's just two ridges to come up.
I mean, that's a mountain for this part of Tennessee.
For sure. And then, so the property below it was 80 feet below. We're another 20 foot in a tree stand. We no sooner get there, get set up, hanging out, and I hear pow, bing. You could hear the bullet hit the target before you could hear the gunshot. I'm like, well, it's South Memphis. They shoot constantly over there. Like it's just nonstop shooting everywhere. Well, it goes again. Ding pow, ding pow. My daughter starts getting a little nervous. I'm like, look, we're fine. I said, they're shooting at a target. You hear them hitting the target. I'm trying to. We're good. We're close, but we're good.
But also, would be scaring all the deer away, right?
There's enough shooting.
Or are they just used to it?
There really is enough shooting around there, unfortunately, that they're used to it. And there's a guy that's doing construction constantly where this deer was coming out of. So this deer is used to this. And there's just a bunch of deer around there.
Yeah.
Well, we heard ping, ping. And I'm like, they missed the target. Like,
oh, right.
So then I'm hearing pew, pew, pew. Like,
how old's your daughter?
At the time, she was probably 11.
Oh my gosh, she's terrified. I think of my daughter when she was 11.
And she's already like super anxious about everything. Well, I guess they had hunt around mags over there. It was just pop, 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 pop. And I'm not even joking. My daughter will tell you, she to this day, she still has some problems when it comes to gunfire. She likes to hunt, but we were sitting in one oak tree, and about 25 foot in front of us, another oak tree is just getting hit eye level, and it's getting hit so much that it's white, the white flesh of the bark, like the bark is being shot away.
So you see the innard of the tree, yeah.
By that time, I grab my daughter, literally grab her and throw her out of the deer stand. Now, I don't just throw her to the ground. I'm a monkey swinger, basically. I grab her and snatch her down to where she dropped about 10 foot.
Yeah.
Well, because at that time, there was no, hey, we're sitting over here. Like, they're just shooting. Yeah. They didn't know we were in the woods. It was just a freak. Hey, they're ignorant. Well, I throw my daughter down. I'm slinging down. I'm running down the tree like a daggone fireman. Get over on the other side of the ridge where we can't get shot. Call the lady that I said, hey, we're getting shot at over here. So her brother looks like John Coffey. Big old boy. And he's like, you sure you're getting shot at? I said, yeah, come here, I'll show you. We walked back here, and he saw the white meat of the tree, and he's like, you'll never have that happen again. I promise you. That man left, drove right around the corner, and you could hear him yelling at each other from a good little ways. Never once had another gunshot go off while I've been over.
Did your daughter ever get up in that stand again?
Not in that one. Neither did I. I actually left it there for 2 years before I actually had enough stones to go back and get it.
Yeah.
But that same property, on the far end of her property, we were sitting there. This is when COVID, I guess it's been longer because when COVID was big. Mm-hmm. It's the first time I ever had COVID. I told my daughter we was going to go over there. We'd had a couple little good deer on camera. Nothing major what's over at the dead end of Shelby Drive, but I was trying to let her kill her first buck.
Mm-hmm.
And she was hunting. She was hunting every chance she could. Well, I was sitting there. We get there. Dadgummit. You're going to edit all this out.
Oh, no. We keep it all in.
That morning we wake up and it's just windy, and you don't really hunt hard wind days just because deer are going to be laid up. You will catch some, and especially if they get bumped up or something, they'll stand up and run around. But for the most part, they're going to be laid up. They can't hear. They can't smell too good. Trees were bending over, and I was like, we're not going. She's crying, Daddy, you told me you was going to take me. You told me blah, 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 blah. I didn't know it at the time that I had COVID. I just knew I felt like crap. I was like, we're going to go. We ain't going to see nothing, and I don't want to hear one word about not seeing nothing. We get there, and I've always had her set up. I don't ever hold the gun for her. I bought some tripods, and like, you miss, it's on you. You know, it's real hunting. I'm not going to be the one, okay, I'm going to put it in the scope, and you pull the trigger with my finger, you know. Yeah. Never been that guy. You miss, it's you. Well, we sitting there, and I'm feeling like crap. I'm running a fever. I'm sweating my butt off, and I'm just sitting over in the tree. They're in the blind. We're hunting in a ground blind then, and I'm just dying, letting her hunt. I hear something behind us, and we're kind of in a honeysuckle vine. Mm-hmm. Well, deer love honeysuckle, and I keep hearing something. I keep hearing it. I keep looking behind me. I can't see it. Finally, I hear it's close to the blind, and I took my finger, and I could see just a little bit of a horn. I couldn't see how big it was, but I tapped my daughter, and I said, there's a little buck right behind us. Be quiet. We're going to pull a gun to this window, and when it comes out, you're going to shoot it. She starts shaking and getting all excited. Oh, my God. It's happening. She wouldn't shoot does. She done killed a couple does, and she's like, Daddy, I'm ready for a buck. So I've never let her kill spikes.
Like baby bucks.
Yeah, like little single horn deer. Never. I said, because I always told her, you're going to mount your first deer.
We want something.
Yeah, we're not going to mount.
Plus, let that one grow up.
Yeah, exactly. Mainly, too, I just wouldn't want to kill a baby and get it mounted. It's dumb. So I look over behind me, and I'm trying to be quiet. And after I've realized that it's a small buck, or I thought it was a small buck, my heart never got going because I was dying anyways. So she picks her gun up. She can't move it because he picks his head. I could see him pick his head up, but I couldn't. I was like, just be quiet. So she sets her gun back on the tripod. I'm like, just be quiet. We're good. He's 15 feet behind the blind. He's not too scared that we're here. So she gets the best of it. She's over there shaking real hard and just convulsing. So she picks her gun up, and the gun barrel just barely sticks out of the blind. When she pulls it in, she hits that blind and it goes zzz, sound like a zipper. That's when this deer takes off, and I've never seen it happen ever. He like lowered down like a cat basically, and it was not army crawling, but he was getting out of dodge quick, and but he had hunkered down. He made himself small, and when he was running away from us,
it was a beast.
I almost hit my daughter in the back of the head with my fist to take her rifle, because I'm like, shoot him in his ass. Shoot him in his ass. Because back in my outlaw days, I have shot deer running away, and there's arteries that run up behind their legs. If you shoot them in that butt, it kills them. Okay. It's quick. Well, she's a lot better person than I am, because I was like, shoot him in his ass. And she's like, Daddy, I can't. And I almost popped her in the back, took the rifle. I promise you, that deer was way wider than his hips, and he wasn't no little body deer. Yeah. He was a show enough man running through these woods. I never had that deer on camera. He was just an old, mature deer that knew how to get around everywhere that we had been, and never saw that deer again.
So it's illegal to shoot a deer? Like, was there laws?
No, she's very ethical. Like
Okay, so just as hunters, you try to
behind the shoulder or in the neck.
Yeah, you're trying to act a certain way with morals.
Yeah.
Or would it be deemed cheating?
No, it's not cheating. I mean, basically when you take an animal, you want it to be quick and painless.
Right.
Well, getting shot's not really painless, unfortunately. Yeah. But they bleed out quick, and it's within seconds. I hate watching.
If you shoot them in the right spot.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, shooting them in the butt, I found out, is a right spot. It is
if you hit that certain.
Well, when the bullet hits, it expands, and basically it expands the inside cavity as well. So that's what like the actual bullet itself. Yeah, it does some damage, but that shock wave. That's what, like, jellies.
And it bounces around, right?
A smaller caliber bullet will. Most of them just hit and they expand. They call it dumping their energy. So when they hit, a bullet's pointy, and then when it hits, it goes from pointy to that big around. It just mushrooms out, and that's where all your energy. It's where you hear a thud, which is a pop. That's what that and hitting them in the heart or something like that. It's gruesome. Yeah. And some people don't like it, but if you don't take care of, if you don't, how do you word that? If you don't help the population, they'll outrun it. Like there'll be a lot of deer getting hit by cars and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, where I'm from, the population's a lot lighter.
Yeah.
So that's the way I always thought it was. I didn't grow up hunting. My grandfather attempted. He bought me a hunting license. We went out in the woods one day. We came back, and my mom shredded that license so fast.
Really?
Oh, she was not for that at all. No. She didn't want. It was safety. Yeah. She just freaked her out. But also, she didn't want me killing an animal. And she was right. I'm a softie. It would be hard. If I'm trying to survive, but even then, okay, how the heck am I going to cook? I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
You eat steak?
I've had good venison, and I've had bad venison,
no doubt.
Which turned me off from it. You know?
A lot of the bad venison is from people not knowing how to properly take care of one when they kill it or dispatch it.
I could taste blood, that iron taste for days, man.
I can't stand that either.
I couldn't brush it out of my mouth.
I can't stand that either.
That gamey is not good. And I'm not an adventurous eater to begin with.
See, I kind of am.
So
when it comes to fish, I'm not though.
No, I don't do any fish. I don't do seafood.
Yeah, like
I grew up fishing.
Octopus and stuff like that. I can't do.
Gross.
Snails. I don't have no desire.
My grandfather was a lobster man.
Now, see, I would do that. I love lobster.
I hate lobster. I hate mussels, scallops, crabs. I hate it all. Smelt. I hate it all.
Scallops. Oh, I eat them things raw, like oysters.
Oh God, no. But to the hunting, what I do know, because my family did hunt, in order to get a doe license, you need to be in a lottery.
Yeah, really?
Yes, it's like only a certain amount in the whole state because the population's low. So we don't want to kill all the doe. We want to keep some, and hunting is just not like down here. We're down here. It's like, please kill them.
Oh, yeah.
Get them out of here because you need population control down here. And my father lives in North Carolina, and it's like you can't kill enough down there.
Yeah, going back to the eating of it, the wild game and that stuff. The lady that lets me hunt her property, I call her my black mama. I mean, she loves me to death. Love her to death. It was by chance that we met. But she was the same way. She's like, I hate deer. I just want them all out because they had cows, and then they had a pea patch, and the deer will always kill them deers in my pea patch. I can't get no deers out of my pea patch. So I was like, I'll come kill every deer on your property. You let me hunt it. So we killed some. And me and my buddy went over there, and I was like, I won't say her name because people will look it up and find her, get the permission to hunt. But she was like, I don't like that. That's nasty. That's so nasty. That stuff is the nastiest stuff. And I said, you ain't never had it cooked right.
Oh yeah.
Most people cook deer meat fast. For one, you don't cook it fast, and then it starts when you dispatch. I'll say dispatch instead of killing. When you dispatch an animal, the way to clean it and take care of the meat, you're taking care of the meat from the time that you touch the animal to the time you cook it. You're not these guys that just, we're going to let the deer ride around in the back of the truck with guts in it for a week, and then we're going to, that's not, you get the guts out of it, you let the meat cool down. If it's hot, you put ice in the cavity until you can get it dropped off to a processor, you process it yourself. Well, I take some, and I was like, we're gonna let you try some, and I want you to try it. If you don't like it, by all means, spit it out, and I'll never ask you to try it again. Well, I made some deer jerky.
Oh, okay.
She's like, you can bring me in deer jerky you want. Well, I also make poppers, deer poppers. You take some backstrap or any good meat, and I beat mine out. I cut a little thin strip. I cut it out, or I cut it thin, and I beat it out to where you can almost read through it. It's just real thin, beat out tender. Then you take cream cheese, put cream cheese in it, and I like the jalapeno, pickled jalapeno peppers. They're not as crunchy, but
it's almost like a bacon wrap popper, but it's with deer meat. Yeah.
Well, right before they get done cooking, I baste them with barbecue sauce and grape jelly.
Ooh, man.
My wife,
I would absolutely eat that.
I took some to her and her son, and she was like, you can come kill every deer as long as you bring me some more of that. I want some deer poppers every time you show up.
Yeah.
And I do. Every time I go over, we take her deer poppers or deer jerky or so. She's like, I don't know who the heck made this stuff before, but I can't eat it. Now, I don't like the meatloaf and stuff. When you get a lot of deer meat and it's just a lot of clumped up meat, I'm not too great on it. I don't like deer burgers as much, but I also don't like hamburgers as much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know, but I love a steak.
Give me a sloppy cheeseburger any day.
Now, I do like sloppy joes and stuff like that, but I don't know. It's just when it's all compiled together and it's just like crumbled meat. To me, it's different. It does taste different.
When I was younger, my family had some deer. I want to say I tried like an actual steak and it was okay. Yeah. I had a ground deer, like a deer burger, and that was okay. And then deer brat.
Yeah,
and it was okay. And maybe they just knew what they were doing. But then later, or maybe I was younger, and I wasn't adventurous then, but I didn't know what bad was or what good was. But it didn't bother me.
Yeah.
But then I had a stretch in my more older life here, adult life, where I've tried venison styles, whether it was a steak or I think I even had something like you were just explained.
A lot of people do that. It's real common here.
Oh my God. And then I'm like, oh no, this ain't good.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this don't taste good. And I realized, it's just gamey and I wasn't prepared right. Because is there something also where you could soak it in milk? Is that a weird thing people can do?
Some people do it in buttermilk. See, I'm hit or miss on that. My wife likes it in buttermilk. But to me, like, you take a ribeye steak, are you going to dunk that joker in buttermilk? Some people do.
Even if like a standard.
Some people do.
Beef.
I'm not.
I didn't know they did that for beef. You don't really need to, right?
Exactly. But if you take care of your deer meat, you don't really have to.
Gotcha. So it goes back to what you're saying. Like, if the minute you kill it, now you have to, there's things to do.
It's a lot more into it. Now, I luckily have enough people that I know that process deer that I can trust with my deer meat. Like, if I kill a deer, I want it to hang in a cooler, like a walk-in cooler style. I want that thing to hang for 2 weeks, a week minimum, but I want it to hang for 2 weeks. It's like a dry-aged, it's a dry-aged steak, and it takes all the game, all the blood taste, all of that stuff comes out of it. So now, when I was younger and I didn't have that opportunity or whatever, it was putting deer meat in a cooler and putting salt in it and doing that and just keep putting ice in it, and that'll take the blood out of it. But then you get a really pasty white meat.
Pasty white?
It's pasty white. It will turn white. You put enough salt and sugar or salt and water in it. I don't like that. Not now. Now I've gotten, I say, a better taste than what I did as a kid. Back in the day, I killed to kill just because it was fun.
And then do what you can to eat it.
Now I kill one. The last 3 years, I've killed one deer a year.
Yeah.
And
then you fill the freezer up. And
now I hunt 70, 80 days out of it, 100 days, whatever, I'm hunting. It may be a morning hunt or afternoon hunt when I can get it in. But during the wintertime, I try to take off to hunt.
Yeah.
But duck, now I got into duck hunting, and I used to say, ain't no way I'd eat a duck. That joker was gross. It's just nasty. It's too livery, too irony. Didn't like it. Then I found out how to cook it. You cook it on a smoker.
Is it like turkey?
No, it's kind of, turkey's great. Like wild turkey, you can't mess with a wild turkey. It's way better than any butterball you'll ever buy in the store. Way better.
Butterball.
It's just something about them. Now, the thing about wild turkey is people say, oh, you can get all this meat. And you can get a lot of meat. Like people say, oh, I want the drumsticks. I've killed them where we've deep fried a whole bird, and the wild turkey have a lot more ligaments and tendons and stuff, so it's a lot harder to eat. Most of the time when you kill a wild turkey, you're going to eat just the breast.
Okay.
That's about what you're going to get out of it.
Because they're bigger and more muscly, right?
Yeah,
so
they're 20.
So the drumsticks are going to be.
Yeah, they're.
Dude.
Yeah, but.
When at like a fair or amusement park and people are walking eating those big turkey legs,
that's me.
Grosses me out.
No.
It's like eating dare I say, like a baby arm. It's like is that a human?
Oh, that's me though. When I go to the fair, I done got fat again. I'm that guy. I'm spending $200 in carnival foods. I'm that guy.
So duck. So duck can be gamey.
Yeah.
But again, it'd have to prepare it.
Yep, it's the same way. Now we will soak that in buttermilk a little bit, not a whole lot.
But is it a white meat?
No, it's red. It's dark red.
So it's not like a turkey or a chicken.
No. A turkey and chicken are white meat.
Yeah.
Duck isn't. Duck is dark red.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's where you get all your gaminess from. That's the kind of meat you can get, you can put in overnight in buttermilk and then take it out. And then we wrap it in bacon, or you can just do duck bites. If you cut them small, They're not as greasy. People say it's greasy. It's not. It's a lot of people mess up people young, like you. You know, a lot of people get messed up. They don't know how to cook or have never had good deer meat. I can't tell you how many people we've turned on to be like, oh, you can come hunt. We've gotten permission to hunt places just because we're cooking food.
You would have to trick me.
No, I wouldn't.
You would have to like just let's say you brought some food, hey, and you just called it steak tips or whatever. Yeah. Bacon wrapped steak tips. I'm like, oh, okay, and I'll throw it in and be like, man, that's really good. Then you'd say that's duck.
Yeah.
Then I'd be like, well, shit, let me have another one.
Yeah.
But if you brought in something and says, "Hey, try," I prepared some duck for you. Sorry, I'm not eating it.
Really?
It's a mental thing. I'm not adventurous at all.
Nobody. I killed a turkey on our property this year, a good turkey, and it wasn't Easter. I guess it was Easter. Yeah, for Easter, I kept it till Easter, and everybody's like, "I'm not eating a wild turkey. I'm not eating that." I cooked one breast. I fried it in light batter. Actually, I messed that bird up all the way around. One, I undercooked some of it, so that would have been the jacked up part. The flavor was there; it was good. And then I smoked one, and I smoked it for too long. The one side of the breast, and it was dry. It had a good flavor,
just chewy,
but it was just dry. Yeah. But everybody that's like, I don't know how to eat it. That's gross. And everybody that eat it was like, oh, yeah. Like there was not a piece of that bird left.
Yeah. Man, there's a lot of wild turkeys in Maine.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. They're constantly crossing the street. Constantly out in the.
There's probably some kind of lottery in Maine, too, because all the good places like that got some kind of lottery for hunting.
Yeah, I don't know about the turkeys. I just know deer, certainly lottery for the doe. $1 a year, period.
See, I would be fine with that.
There's moose licenses you can get. Again, that's a lottery. Granted, clearly you're not hunting moose down here off of Lamar. But up Maine, I mean, they're not running all over the place needing population control. But I mean, Maine's known for their moose, so you can get a license for that. I never did, but
my mom was married to a guy that had a small moose horns, and he gave them to me. To me now, this is just like, I was like, man, moose are dumb. Like, they're big.
They're huge.
And I'm like,
don't confuse it with bullwinkle now.
No. But I'm like, man, they just seem like when they walk and they're just like, nonchalant kind of. But I mean, I guess if you're that big, you're going to walk slower or whatever.
When you see a big one, tall, they're super tall. The legs are skinny and they got big knees and they like bow in. Like they look like you could just push them over.
Really? I wouldn't want to mess with one.
But no, you don't. No, I mean they'll chase you down, but their legs they look like they're on stilts or something.
But now elk, I don't know why. They're basically brothers, but I have been to Yellowstone.
Yeah, no, those are different
during bugling season.
Mm-hmm.
That is my absolute 100% bucket list. Now, I'm too fat to be climbing through the mountains and doing all that, but that is I want to kill a big, massive elk and have his head on my wall.
I would try elk because I've done bison, which is, close. That's not a huge stretch. Because, again, to my band years and touring and stuff, man, I've driven through Yellowstone Park and I've played in Colorado a lot.
Yeah. And it's beautiful country.
It's beautiful country. And you get bison burgers and bison steaks, and it's delicious. To those watching and listening, if you're out west and you see, what was it called? Rocky Mountain oysters.
Yeah.
It's not seafood. I can promise you that. I wasn't going to try it anyway because it had the word oyster in it.
I would try one.
But, yeah, for those that don't know, it's testicles.
I would totally try one.
Gross. See, you're adventurous.
On some stuff. You don't ever know. You didn't know you like cheeseburgers until you had a cheeseburger.
The best testicle is buttermilk. You got to put it in buttermilk. But it's so beautiful country out there, man. Like, I got to see so many beautiful areas of the country just because of being a musician. You don't make shit for money.
Really?
But you're out there. You get to see some beautiful land like Montana, Wyoming.
We're actually
Idaho. It's beautiful. Yeah.
My fiance / wife. We've been together 17 years. We're fixing to start getting start the process of getting married.
You're common law by now anyway.
Mississippi don't have one, but Montana, Bozeman, Montana's
Been
the
there,
top of my uncle lives there, and if I could get her to move today, I would pack everything I could put in my truck and sell everything else today and find a spot in Montana.
That's beautiful.
Most beautiful place I've ever been. Most beautiful place.
It's full of canyons and mountains, and it's amazing.
My uncle, he went out there to build a church, help build a church, and when he went and built it, he decided to stay, and he ain't been back.
Yeah, I ain't going back to Tennessee.
It is. They don't put houses with air conditioner out there because there's 1 or 2 weeks a year that they need air conditioner. They can just pop open one window of the house and
get some of that fresh air.
Yeah, and I mean $1 million homes that they're building with no air conditioner. Now, every floor they put in is heated floors because in the wintertime it's ungodly cold.
Yeah.
But it's a different cold, they say. That's bullcrap. I went up there and visited my mom. She was a traveling nurse for a while, and she lived in an RV outside of his house because she traveled there. And I went up there to visit. We were playing softball in the back pasture. It felt great. Come nighttime, I went and got in the RV with my mom. This is June, somewhere in there. I'm in full-on jeans. I don't sleep in jeans. Full-on socks, jacket, and I was sitting there shivering so bad because just the draft of that RV. I was like, it's too cold.
There's no humidity. Your elevation.
Nice, so nice.
It's a funny story. Again, a music story. In order to save money, we were playing Jackson Hole, Wyoming. There was a circuit bar there that all the circuit bands would go through, all the clubs and casinos. You know, you're bouncing out city to city, town to town, doing like week-long contracts. Mm-hmm. So then you get put up in a hotel, and then you're there for a week working like 5 nights straight, like it's a day job, only an evening second shift job, and you're playing music and you're doing your thing. And I forget the name of the bar in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, which is amazing, by the way. Also very expensive. So we're like, we're going to be out of pocket in order to, never mind break even. We're paying to play here at this point. So the singer, the lead singer of the band leader, the owner, if you will, has this crazy idea that we're going to camp in Idaho, over the pass into Idaho, and there's a campground over there, and he's like, I'll buy the tents and this, that, and I'm like, well, sure, why not? And looking back on it, it was fun, and it was cool.
Beautiful.
And, you know, you could see the Whitecap Mountains all around you, and it's beautiful. We weren't far from the Tetons. You know, we went and saw them, you know, once. But we mostly just laid around. It was 2 days. It was 2 weeks. So, camping and feeling dirty and then going to work. And it was weird. It was a long 2 weeks, bro. But I say all that to get to the temperature thing, because during the day, it's hot and sweaty. Hot. You know, the sun's cooking you. We got sunburns because we're playing football without our shirts on, trying to be cool, and we get all burnt and everything. Come nighttime,
freezing.
Dude, you go to bed, a hat, gloves, fully clothed, and a sleeping bag on your air mattress, freezing. Yeah. And then you wake up in a pool of sweat. You know, and your air mattress is flat and everything. But man, it would be such a bummer. You know, we would play till midnight. There's a 45-minute drive over this mountain, over the pass. Finally get to your campsite, and it's dark and cold, and you got to start a fire, and I'm hungry, so you got to start a fire to cook a hot dog. It was like, what are we doing? Yeah. You know, and we were not making a whole lot of money to do this, but I'm so glad we did it. It was fun. But it goes back to, you know, that part of the country where it can be nice during the day and freezing at night because of the elevation. And then the wind chill during the winters. Yeah. You get the wind whipping.
They're still getting snow occasionally. Well, not now, but they're still getting snow in April and May.
Sure. Yeah.
That's deep snow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, Minnesota. Go to Minnesota in the dead of winter. Ugh, it's so cold.
I heard it's horrible.
And I'm from Maine.
Yeah.
Yo, it's cold up there, too. We get a ton of snow. Yeah. We've had snow in April up there before. But it's an ocean border, you know, the East Coast. So there's some humidity and moisture from that. I was going to ask
if it was humid up there.
Well, yeah. Oh, the summer's super humid in Maine, you know, and it can hit you.
Swampy.
It might only be 82 degrees, but it's swampy, like you said. Down here,
like was this weekend, it was just nasty.
Yeah.
But it was 85 degrees. It's just
down here you get both. You get humidity and the high heat, so it's just miserable. But of course we have cold weather up there. But the Midwest and out west, out that way, it's different.
Yep.
It bites, man. It feels like it's ripping your skin off.
just talking about climates everywhere. My mom, like I said, she was a traveling nurse. She got every time she'd go somewhere, I'd go stay. Because when I was younger, I'd like to travel. I still love to travel, just can't because I got kids. But she went to L.A. for a while. Most beautiful weather in L.A. It's 90 degrees, no humidity, feels amazing. Mm-hmm. Traffic sucked and a bunch of weirdo people. Couldn't deal with the weirdos. Then she got from L.A. to San Francisco. San Francisco in its own is a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Bunch of freaking weirdos. There's a bunch of weirdos in Pittsburgh and San Francisco. But the weather there, they have it's some kind of climate. Some kind of climate they call it. It's around the ocean. It's cold.
Mm-hmm.
And we went for 4th of July. Me, my wife, and all the kids went. My mom's like, bring a jacket. I'm like, it's 100 degrees. I'm not bringing a jacket on 4th of July. Well, we go watch fireworks on the bay. My mom was like, well, let's go rent a boat.
Man, your southern accent walking through San Francisco, my God, you must have been an alien to them.
Yeah.
The Mississippi meets the West Coast.
Oh, yeah. And I don't sound like that to me, but when I watch these videos back, I'm like, yeah, it's bad. But to me, I sound like I got some kind of couth to me. But we went down there. My mom was like, let's rent a boat and go out on the bay.
Oh, yeah. Now you're really getting
so we can see it. Well, thank God we couldn't rent one that night. So we stayed at some park. Me and my wife were cuddled up under a blanket, and I had a jacket on, just freezing because of that climate, that super cold at night. It was miserable. I couldn't wait to get back in the car to get some heat. But then in the afternoon, it was 90 degrees. It was beautiful.
Man, we worked in Nevada, not in Las Vegas. In other bands I did, but this one particular story, we were in Elko, Nevada, I think it was what it was called. Oh, man, just interesting place. So the hotel we're staying in was like from the 1950s, where the pool is in the middle and the hotel, or really it's a motel. Because the door accesses outside. So your door is right there, boom, right there on the patio. And it surrounds the pool, Anyway, so we're swimming, and it gets to that time of day where half the pool's in the sun, half the pool's in the shade. Mm-hmm. Half the poolside chairs are in the shade, So I would get out of the water and go in the shaded area and get instantly chilly. Like, ooh, where's my cover? I got to towel off. You go in the sun, you're getting a sunburn. Yeah, it's the weirdest thing because there's just so little humidity. It's super dry. It doesn't hold heat in. Yeah. So of course in the deserts at night it's freezing. You don't realize that.
That's so weird to me. I've never been in the desert, but to go from hot, sand holds heat to how's it cold?
Yeah, well, that humidity's not there to trap it. It just dissipates. Yeah. So it's pretty wild. But dude, this was fun, man. That hour went by quick.
It did.
I have to charge you an extra $300 an hour.
Oh yeah, my wife will love that
after a 60-minute episode. No, but yeah, man. Well, cool. I hope.
I just need more people to.
I want you to keep this going.
I want to keep it. If I can just I don't want to be that talking head that just comes in here and looks at the camera and just says blah blah blah.
And that's
blah.
Not as fun.
Yeah, I like to banter with people. Yes. I got a bunch of buddies that I want to bring in and just talk, and everybody's busy. And then I want to do one with Parks and Recs. I keep sending them the Brandon, the guy that's over the softball stuff, ball stuff, and Tasia. Get on here. I'm not fixing to do a gotcha thing.
Are they afraid of maybe that?
No, I don't think so. I just think they're just busy, and every time I say something, like, sounds cool, and then
if you find someone that your last friend, guest, Adam, he gets podcasting. He likes it. He had fun with it. You guys are good together.
We do that all day long at work too when we're together.
If you could find it. to make him like a quasi co-host. You want to switch it up, I know.
Yeah.
But if he's available more, just get him back.
Yeah.
You know, and try to do some regular ones with him. And then meantime, try to book other people. But if we're just keeping it monthly, you know, we hope, we try.
I'm trying.
We're going to do 2 in June to make up for May,
Yeah.
right? now.
Yeah.
Basically what I'm saying is don't shy away from bringing the same person back a few times.
Yeah.
Because if it gels and the chemistry's there and it's fun and that person's available a little more, okay, cool. That way you can just keep it going.
Yeah.
And then honestly, some of these people that are kind of poo-pooing it or just not interested, they'll be interested at some point. At some point, they're going to be like, that looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I want to do it now. No, sorry. You didn't believe in me.
Exactly.
You didn't believe in me when I had 5 subscribers. Now I have 10.
Yeah.
You can shoo.
I'm a big guy over here. Now, I enjoy it. I listen to talk radio, and that's kind of what got me into the podcast thing. And then our friend Neil, he did it, which I was talking to him about it at one time. And then my buddy, his wife, he started his wife one, and then she went full on like.
Okay. Yeah, we never discussed this on the front end of this thing, how this all came to be.
It just.
You were a guest on the local yokels.
No, I had been listening to talk radio for 20 years. There's a talk show in Cleveland, Ohio. They used to be, well, they've always been in Cleveland, I guess, but they were here at 93X. It's Rover's Morning Glory.
Okay, so they were syndicated.
Syndicated. And then I've always liked Stern, you know, just I like that interview / funky, like immature stuff. I do like that. But sometimes I won't like, I don't want to get into politics. I don't like politics or religion on this stuff because everybody's got a different opinion, and you're not going to sway how one person feels about something else. But like, news stories and stuff. I want to talk about some of that stuff.
Current events.
Yeah, just like, you know, my opinion on that or, you know, just stuff like that. Not so much politics, but, you know, current event stuff.
You know, sometimes you'll leak into that, but that's your show. Yeah. You know, Neil from the local yokels, he's really good at treading the line where he puts his opinions on things and his beliefs. And he's conservative in some, liberal on others. Not afraid to put it out there, but he doesn't put it out there in an aggressive way.
Yeah.
He'll have, you know, people that are on the show that would oppose on a certain belief system, but man, he does it in a way where they just talk, you know, and there's no
That's exactly what I like.
You know, but then and then gosh, he'll have like the district attorney on. We just did the circuit judge, which he told me that you're not a fan of her. Actually, Judge Wilson.
Wilson. I had that messed up. It was
different judge.
It was Sanders.
Okay,
that's the one I don't care for.
Oh, okay.
I just realized that she got popped with a DUI a couple years ago.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah, that was the one. Yeah, over some junk.
Yeah, but Neil will have people on, and they'll talk about sexual abuse, trafficking.
See, I ain't into that.
You know, and deep, but
it works for him.
But in an like trying to bring awareness to it, you know. So, but anyway, so let's go back to my last studio, and Neil brought you in and another buddy of yours, and I remember quickly you looked at the room, you're like, oh man, I've always wanted to do a podcast. And you mentioned it in the show, and then Neil got on you, and he's like, dude. Do it. He called me. Get with Derrick, man. He'll help you out.
Daily about it. And I was like, man.
And thank you, Neil, because Neil's trying to help me out. He's trying to bring in business for me too, you know. But because this isn't for everybody, obviously. So in order to bring in a new client or a customer, whatever you want to call it,
friend,
there's a budget involved with this, clearly. But when you find that person that gets podcasting, interested in it, listens to it, has the gift of gab, okay, that's one that we can try to convince because you have what you need. The money is one thing.
Yeah,
you can have all the money in the world, but it doesn't mean you're a podcaster. You know, it doesn't mean that you have the gift of gab or any interest in it. I mean, to this day, I get older people asking me, "So what exactly is a podcast?" I'm like, man.
It could be a million things.
But I mean, it's like that's the kind of hill I have to climb in terms of a marketplace and trying to reach people and try to gain business from customers when there's still people that don't know what any of this is.
Oh, yeah.
They don't watch YouTube. They don't know what any of this is. So that's why you are a marked man. Neil is after you.
Up. Y'all set me up. Neil's going to have to start sponsoring the Bearded Opinion.
Yeah. But hey, hey, Delta Equipment.
Delta Equipment Repair does it. Yeah. That's definitely it.
But so cool. That was fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look, I'll let you close it out. And,
I don't have a closer yet.
I don't have a closer. You need a tagline. But yeah,
follow me on YouTube.
There it is. You're on YouTube. Oh, we'll say this because part of the deal is now with this episode, I'm going to create what I call the promotional tentacles, the channels, if you will. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And then I'll cut some clips from this. So that's how we're going to be promoting this. So find Bearded Opinion on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I'm hoping I can get a good handle where it's at Bearded Opinion. I don't know yet. I haven't built them. As we film this, they're not built yet. But so you can, go out there. And then YouTube, Apple, Spotify. YouTube for the video guys that I like watching podcasts.
Yeah, I do too. But
then the audio-only channels, Apple and Spotify, you're on as well.
What about iHeart?
Currently. I can do that.
If we can. That's what I listen to everything on. But,
Really? iHeart?
Yeah. Well, that's where Rover's Morning Glory went to, so I have that app.
And then you followed them to that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
And then, there's millions of things. But actually, that's what I listen to them on. But pretty much everything I do is long-form YouTube. It's like I can sit in my truck and just cut it on. I have the premium app where
no commercials.
And you can just cut, you can just listen to it like an audiobook and just it's better than radio. You hear the same 15 songs day in and day out.
Oh, I never listen to the radio.
So, podcasting, it's a lot of hunting stuff, a lot of fishing, a lot of, a lot of stuff I watch and listen to is YouTube guys that are camping. I want to do a YouTube thing of going out and camping.
Just filming
it. Yeah.
Almost like a vlog, if you will. Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody that I watch is like, yep, I'm out here in the parking lot of Walmart. We're just camping out for the night. And then I make a cup of coffee and sit there. I can do that. I know that I can entertain people.
Yeah. You're an entertaining person for sure. You got stories.
And all of them's true. Now, there are some things in my stories that if I know will make it that much funnier, I'll ad-lib a little bit. But 98% of it is all true. Every bit of it's true. The story with the dude holding a pistol sideways is 100% true. Like, big bag of weed, true. Yeah, it was on my birthday.
Sure, just a little exaggeration here.
Some stuff, just to make it funnier.
I'm sure that deer was a lot smaller.
No, it was not. It was not. Well, this is fun. Thank you.
Yeah, let's do it again. If next month you still can't find someone and you're willing to pay for another episode, just let me know.
Absolutely.
Maybe I'll be the co-host.
Yeah.
But no, bring some friends in, man.
I want to. I really want to.
I wish people would follow through.
I really believe that if I could get a couple guys in here, that you would be in that room laughing your ass off.
Oh, sure.
You would want to come in and just to join the crap talk. That's all it would be.
Get Adam back in here, and then I'll sit over here in this middle seat, and the three of us.
I told him to come today. And he texted me right when we got here. Oh man, I got ball practice tonight. I got ball practice.
Yeah, and it can happen anytime if we keep it what's called evergreen. Where we're not talking about current events. We could film your episode with him tomorrow. Yeah. And release it in July, and it won't matter. So, the scheduling is more flexible than for someone like Neil. You're super flexible, so hopefully we'll get someone. But
I'm getting a little stiff though.
All right, Al. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.